Hello everyone, my name is PlasmaMuffin and welcome back to Risk of Rain 2. In this episode, I'm going to be playing the new Scorched Acres update, and I'm also going to be playing the new class added in said update, Rex. So let's get into it. So, man, I love this music. Alright. So, as you can see, this text is too small to read, so I'm just going to ignore it, and I will explain all the stuff going on. So, I'm gonna play on monsoon difficulty as normal, as per usual. I'm also gonna, I forget if I mentioned if I'm gonna tell you my thoughts on this update or not. Probably did. Alright, so this is Rex. Say hello. Hi, Rex. So, basically, he's a plant that's also a robot. Oh goodness, that's loud. Fortunately, so am I. So, he is a plant that's basically potted in a robot, and they have formed a symbiotic relationship. The plant gets to move around, and the robot gets a plant. I don't know what the robot is really getting out of it. So, the first thing you'll notice about Rex is that he is incredibly slow. Walks around like a spider, which is cool, but unfortunately he does it at about 2 miles an hour, which is not enough to actually, survive much. So this is the main ability. It's a 3-round burst. Just about all of your attacks actually will weaken enemies. I think they lower their defense or something. That's what that green glow around them is. So, the third hit of the 3-round burst, it's got a little circle on it, and that's the bit that weakens, and it will also light steal for you. Rex's second ability, which I'm going to wait to use for the time being. Rex's second ability is a sort of a mortar. It's basically an airstrike, shoots from the sky, and deals a lot of damage, but it takes some of your health to use. But to make up for that, it has no cooldown, so it takes health instead of time. If you sprint, you actually burrow into the ground. What a way for a plant to trap under the ground. And it's kind of cool, but I do like the crawly animation here. The shift ability is what I like to call the yeet ability. You can just yeet enemies away with that. They're like Fusro Dock. Fusro Plant. And the fourth ability shoots that takes health too, but it shoots a little seed, and any enemies caught in the radius will get stuck, they won't be able to move, and you'll get healed for every enemy that's in the radius. That's pretty neat. So I generally find myself just using the first and fourth abilities, just because they seem to be the most useful. I don't like getting hurt unless I'm going to be healing from it. And the second ability doesn't seem to have much more damage than the first, so maybe we'll just use the first. Oh, and I just realized I got Paul's goat hoof. As you can see, it doesn't replace any of my legs. All the items sort of appear in it. I don't know where they appear. They don't really seem to appear anywhere. Ouch! I dislike that. I'm getting a little low in health here. I don't know if you noticed that, but I am. Healing nicely from this ability, though. Good grief! Looks like they have a yeet spell, too. You can also yeet yourself by using that third ability while in the air. Ooh, leeching seed. Excellent! So if you can get enemies to walk into the area of effect, then that's useful. You can use that to get enemies that you missed on the first shot. shift ability, that actually stuns enemies. So you can use it to stop golems from firing close enough. That's pretty nice. Topaz Brooch. That's one of the new items, and it is, I'd say, probably the second best item in the game next to the, what do you call it? Next to the, Tesla Coil. The reason for that is because every time you kill an enemy, you get Barrier. That's that yellow thing. You can see that I have more health than my maximum health. That's because every time you kill an enemy with a Topaz Brooch equipped, technically it's Brooch, but I say Brooch because it's spelled Brooch. Every time you kill an enemy while you have that item, then you get 20 Barrier health, which is added onto your current normal health, and what it does is it slowly decays over time. You can also use it to use your, like, you know, Rex's abilities that take health to use? Well, it would be a bad idea to use those shrines. Any of these shrines, actually. Oh my goodness, there's 2 combat shrines and 2 shrines of the mountain. That would be a bad idea. So, yeah, it uses Barrier instead of health when you have that. At least some of it does. So, that's pretty nice. Pretty helpful. Unfortunately, the Rex's main weakness is that he is incredibly slow. Like, even when sprinting, he's got, like, the speed of all the other characters without sprinting. I'm doing really well, actually. Got some great items. They're working out magnificently. Oh no. Oh yeah, I'm behind the rock. I still hate Wandering Vagrants. Worst boss in the game, in my opinion. I hate them more than Platinum Striders. Because at least you can get far enough away from those guys to be attacked. Yeah, that actually hurt me, but I had a bunch of Barrier up, so I avoided that damage, which is nice. So there's another feature of this update that, basically what it does is, it's actually unintended, but enemy spawns are like doubled. So you will get twice as many enemies as before the update. Yeah, I got him before he could do his thing. Ukulele, excellent. It's gonna be great for crowd control. Crowd control capability, or CCC, or Alright, so now, I didn't actually get a chance to show you, but they've changed the music in almost all the levels. Actually, I think it is all the levels. And honestly, I don't really like the changes. Well, hopefully we'll get the new level in the next. Like, they added another third level, or an alternate for the, Rally Point Delta, and Crowbar. That's halfway decent, I suppose. They added a new level, and it has the same music as this first one. I just activated the teleporter before the new part of the music could come in. Oh, okay. So yeah, my main problem with Rex is that he's just too darn slow. Oh, hi! Woo! Rocket jump with that, so that's pretty nice. Alright, let's go. 9 minutes, that's pretty decent. It's very easy to get your camera in the rock here. See? Very easy. I'm not complaining, it's just an observation. They also changed a lot of the attack sounds for the different classes. For example, Commando's attack, it no longer sounds like a ping. It's more like a ch. It's hard to describe, but it does sound different, and honestly, not a huge fan of it. Not a huge fan of any of the new attack sounds, but oh well. Yeah, a lot of the sounds and music in this game were changed with the update, and honestly, I don't really like it. There's new music at this level too, I can show you that. I think this plant does damage the first time enemies are sucked into it, but not after that. It's nice to have the leeching seed on Rex, because he's already got lifesteal capabilities, so that makes me even more healy. Rose buckler. Ouch. Thanks, I wanted that to happen. So yeah, Rex is kind of a tank. Not in that he has lots of health, but in that he can regain his health really well. Eat. I love doing that, that's just so fun. Lots of more enemies, as you can see. There's usually not this many. It's really noticeable later on. Oh yes, there's also a new type of elite. I'm not going to mention what it is right now until we meet one. But, it's pretty cool. To hit airborne enemies with that ability, the second one. But, it's great for crowd control. It does have an area effect. Speaking of which, Primordial Cube, that's perfect. Primordial Cube works very well with that ability. Holy cow, that was a lot of damage. Now that's a lot of damage. It's funny, the little R from the Rose Buckler, the Force Shield, so it's above me when I'm sprinting. It's annoying that you don't get to see the walking animation very much because it doesn't show up when you're sprinting. Ah yes, this is one of the new items, but I'm going to take a Tougher Times instead because defense is always good. This is new music, by the way. Not a big fan, honestly. Yeah, I like all the music in the game as it was, except the one track that they did actually improve upon, in my opinion, is Distant Roost. If we get loop, then I'll be able to show you, but I doubt we will. That was helpful. Ooh, another Topaz Brooch. You want to stack these at least 3 or 4, ideally. Preferably even more than that, because you can get basically permanent double health, just about, if you have enough of these things. Ooh! Excellent. Soldier Syringe. So yeah, the Topaz Brooch is one of the few defensive items in the game, and it's by far the most effective. Better even than Tougher Times, I'd say. Because you get double health up to double health. And that's amazing. That's pretty awesome. Did was not dead. Oh, that is just fun. They did actually lower the knockback that Wisps take, so you'll no longer have Wisps going into orbit and using like the Mercenary or something. War Banner, Shield Generator, ooh, Armor Piercing Rounds. They actually buffed Armor Piercing Round. Apparently people thought they were too weak, which is kind of weird because honestly I think they're pretty powerful. Like, you get 3 or 4 of them, you can just obliterate the boss. Ooh, oh, one white item left over. I have very good white items, except for the crowbar. So I want full bleed. I think I'm just gonna hit that once. Okay, that made me lose the armor piercing rounds. Yeah, I have too many good items to risk losing them on this. So sadly, I will not be able to take advantage of that. It also made chests a little easier to see with the numbers. I don't, like, either I'm getting used to it or they made the chests easier to see. Oh hey, a fuel cell, nice! It'd be nice if they buffed turrets a bit, because honestly they seem pretty weak. Well, with having to stay in one place and all that. Like, they're good, but they're just not good unless you're right next to them, because monsters don't spawn next to them most of the time. They spawn by you. And if they do spawn next to them, they'll leave to come looking for you anyway most of the time, so not that useful. I usually don't bother spending money on them unless I can really afford it. Hello, that was hard to see. I only saw it because of the money thing pop up. It'd be nice if you could see the little the little money thing whenever you're just looking at the item in question. Like if you're looking at a chest, like there's a chest right there. If I was looking at it, if it popped up the item thing, that would be nice, because in Risk of Rain 1, it was really easy to see where all the chests are. Didn't have to do any guesswork or anything. Oh yeah, infusion! I've got some incredible items this run. This is very lucky. I'm very happy about that. I'm almost completely under the water when I'm sprinting. That's kind of funny. The squishy sound of sprinting. Squishy sound of sprinting. That's kind of annoying after a while because you keep hearing it. Oh yeah, another tougher times. That is awesome. I'm getting way too enthusiastic about this. Enthusiastic, I don't know how to say that. War banner, that's decent. Please stop the music. Thank you. Oh yeah, there's a new boss track too. It's gonna play here. I actually don't mind it. I don't think it's fantastic, but it's good. It's not bad. Double health, buddy. Get yeeted. Get yeeted, fool. Get out of my way. Scram, yo. That was incredibly rude. You pushed me out of the teleporter zone. It's hard to hit the beetle. Weedle beam. Almost got her. I love the constant healing ability you have. Like the ability you have to constantly heal, that's just really nice. I've always loved lifesteal. Ah, yay! The wax quail. Now we can look like an idiot while moving around. The wax quail makes it look so dopey as Rex when you're using it. Look, this is what happens when you use it. Underground swap, underground swap, underground swap, underground swap, teleported. Just looks derpy. So let's see. Ah, yes, excellent. Guess the game knew I was recording. Scorched Acres, Wisp installation. So this is the new area. Oh dear. This is a new enemy. I hate it. It's called the Clay Templar. They machine gun you. They rarely pause to take a breath, so to speak. Very, very annoying. I hate them. Especially with Rex. He's so slow. Like, yeah, he can lifesteal. You can get a decent amount of health from that. Stop! Leave me alone. Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. So basically, as long as you're within line of sight of those things, you take damage. Which sucks. Also, this is the laggiest level in the game. Don't know why. Maybe because it's so big. Well, no. It's about as big as a lot of the other levels, just... And it takes a long time to navigate, honestly, because it's sort of like the, remember the water level from Risk of Rain 1? The, ocean catacombs, or whatever you call that. I forget what you call that, but... Well, this is kind of like that, because there's these little round things, and they're made up of 3 levels, and you can only get up to the next level at a specific spot. They have these big walls around them. I'll show you when we get there. It's easier to show than describe. I just tanked that shot and it worked out surprisingly well, okay? You have no power over me here! Get deaded. So, grab one chest, grab another chest. That's not a chest. Ooh, Paul's goat hoof, thank you. I need more movement speed. Oh, that's noticeably faster. Alright. That's pretty great. Not gotten very many movement speed items this run. That's tragic. Another tougher times! That is awesome. Guess I'm focusing on being a tank today. Get died. No, wait, that makes no sense. Get killed. Your shift ability doesn't do any damage, but it does weaken enemies and knock them back. Scram, yo! I hate imps. Imps are probably my least favorite enemy in the game, because they attack so fast, they're so hard to hit, they teleport all over the place. They're just a huge pain. They're bad in the first one, but they're even worse in the second. There's also a problem with the teleporter, see if you can figure out what it is. I meant this one, rather, actually. I was wrong. Notice anything different there? Yeah, I took damage from using the geyser. I call that teleporter, didn't I? So yeah, there's this level. You can't get up here until you go all the way around to that edge. And then there's, yeah, another level below that, which you can only access on one of 2 points. Another tougher times! 5? That's awesome. It's like, what is that? Was that like the ideal stack size for tougher times? That's pretty great. I'm happy. Armor piercing rounds, another fuel cell, excellent. There are these little blockades here that you can use to kind of block yourself from, say, Clay Templar's attacks, but yeah. When I first saw the Clay Templar, I thought it was a scavenger, because that's the only thing I could think of that shoots guns at you. And if you look at them closely, which I wouldn't recommend unless you're really strong, then you'll see that they actually have clay jugs on their head. like the Claymen from Risk of Rain 1. That's pretty cool. Bet they're related. Alright, well, I can't... Much as I would like to kill all those enemies, there's way too many of them, so I'm just gonna leave. Oh yeah! I forgot the music. I'm so busy not dying that I forgot about the music. Well, we'll be here for a while, so he'll come up again. Yeah, the part I dislike just ended. Come on. Oh my gosh! What the heck? Hapu, I think you need to I think you need to look into that. Oh yeah, I took fall damage there too, but my bear blocked it. Bears plural, actually. 2 keys. Why? I really wish they'd make it so you can't get 2 or 3 of the same item with those little terminals, because the entire point of those things is to give you a choice. And when they're all the same thing, that's just annoying. You need at least one thing that's different, you know? Alright, well, let's head out. It looks so derpy. Nice you could choose which animation you use for moving. Stun grenade's cool. So yeah, to get up there, I have to go all the way around. There are those little things that you can climb up on, but again, they're only in certain parts, so almost doesn't even count. Oh my gosh, it just fell off. It is a cool looking area though. Give it that. Because of its design, I don't really enjoy playing it too much. And then there's that huge wall up there. So it takes forever to get all the items and stuff. Where even is the teleporter? I think it's coming up soon. To a theater near you. Yeah, I see the particles. So yeah, this is the music that was in the original, I almost called it the Shattered Plains, the Titanic Plains. Oh, nice, I hadn't gotten one of those before. That's cool. Wait a minute, where's the teleporter? I thought I saw the sparklings. So right now it's on the music part of the music that hadn't been changed. Do I not see sparklings over there? Where's the sparkles? I need sparkles. It's somewhere around here. Pretty sure it's somewhere. Aha! There we go. I do want to let the music go to the next bit first, though. Take the opportunity to look for more items while I'm at that. Yeah, this is very clearly built, rather than just being natural feature of the land. I was gonna try and jump up there, but the overhang spider helmet thwarted my plans. There we go. That's a fun thing to do with Rex. Oh yeah, sticky bombs got nerfed, so stacking them no longer increases the damage they do, just the chance to attach onto enemies, so they are way weaker than they used to be. Alright, now listen to the music. Oh, it's not that part of it, dang it. That's not good. Oh, they're icy, okay good, I was worried they were electric. Shielded elites are a pain to try and deal with. guess I'm just gonna have to forego mentioning which music track was. Unless it shows up like right now, because I want to open the teleporter up. So many elites! Here we go. Yeah, this bit. It goes on for like a minute, and it's weird, doesn't fit the rest of the theme, and it's annoying. Doesn't really seem very Risk of Rainy either. Oh no, no you don't, no you don't. New boss, cool. There's a Clay Templar there, however, so I'm having trouble properly appreciating that. No, 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 no. Okay. I got away from the boss from the Clay Templar for now. Those guys are worse than the bosses. Alright, so here's a Grove Tender. He's like a giant ox squirrel hybrid. He shoots homing wisps at you. Cat, I would appreciate it if you did not hang around on the keyboard right now. I'm really busy. He also shoots those chains at you every now and then. So much health! Like, how are you supposed to kill all these dudes? I just don't have the damage for this. And I have really good items. No! There's 2 of them! There's 3 of them! Are you kidding me? Alright, chances are they're gonna appear up there, walking down the ramp, so prepare for that. Boss is getting upstaged by the enemies. That's embarrassing. His friends are cooler than he is. I hope I get the unique drop from this dude, because the unique drop, the unique boss drop, the yellow item you get from this guy is awesome. So yeah, the Grove Tender himself isn't all that difficult, honestly. It's just the fact that he's... It's just the fact that he's got so many allies helping him out here. That's the problem. You can actually use the yeet ability on those little wisps that he spawns, which is nice. Almost dead. He's dead, excellent. Oh, I didn't get the special item. I wanted the special item. Ow, hey, well, your buddy's dead, your master is dead, you can stop now. 33 minutes? That's actually pretty impressive. Yeah, because of the fact that enemies spawn so much more, then it takes a lot longer to get to the next levels. Risk of Rain 2 is always a little easier than Risk of Rain 1, but now I think the gap is being closed, because seeing the imps trying to teleport out of either the plant area or the black hole zone kind of reminds me of Gods Don't Die, the deleted scene from that. If you're not familiar with that, there's these two Minecraft animations called, the first one is Gods Don't Bleed and the sequel is Gods Don't Die. They're awesome. You should really check them out. Excellent! Another Topaz Bridge. These things are absolutely incredible. I really can't overstate how good they are, especially when you get high stacks of them. Because the fact that you take so much damage later on, enemies are so powerful, you need overpowered stuff, overpowered defense items to take care of that, honestly. So it might be a little overpowered, but that is totally okay. With the boss, that's what the devs said anyway. I almost called the devs bosses. I mean, they kind of are since they designed all the enemies in the game. Hermit crabs are annoying. Perfect. So yeah, there's tons of new item spawn locations in this level, which is awesome. And you know that tunnel in this level? The one that's sometimes locked, sometimes it isn't? Well, you can actually find chests in there now, which is awesome. Heck, sometimes the teleporter's in there. And that's something that I actually mentioned. I was like, hey, you got this nice tunnel, but there's nothing in there. Heck, even enemies don't spawn, but they didn't used to spawn in there. And so they changed it. I don't know if they did that because they saw my email or because they were gonna do it anyway. But yeah, it'd be cool if the devs did actually take one of my suggestions. There are a lot of things that I suggested that they've actually put in the game, but I don't know if it was because I suggested that or not. Cool if I knew. I'd like to find out sometime. Oh, hello, Golem. Golem? The tan gold. Stone Titan! That is what they are called. Woo! I'm trying to block fall damage with the yeet spell, but that didn't work. Call it a spell. Just because calling it a yeet thing. Got that from Spectator's latest video about Dark Souls. Alright. What's wrong with your neck, dude? You gotta get that looked at. You see a chiropractor. I don't remember if I've mentioned this before, but... oh yeah, Rex can tank the Stone Titan's laser sometimes, which is incredible. Like, being able to do that makes him immediately a ton more powerful. That's good that he can tank it, because he can't really run away from it very well. Okay, will you cut that out, please? Scram, y'all. Ooh, infusions. Oh my goodness, all of them are infusions. That's funny. No! Are you kidding me? Really? You gotta be kidding me. That sucks. Aw, man. Duh. Well, that's what I mean with all the enemies. There's just so many enemies. I was gonna say something about, like, Rex or the Stone Titan, but I forgot what it was. Well, this episode is a bit short for Risk of Rain, so I'm gonna go ahead and play the commando just for a little bit. Not gonna do a whole run, or at least I'm not gonna record the whole run, but, yeah. I can show you the changes to his sound. Hear that? It's a little different. Honestly, I like the original sound effect, but oh well. Also, I was hoping to get Distant Roost here, because I wanted the, I wanted to hear the new music. Basically, it's the same music as in the, I think it was like the PAX trailer. it's really awesome. Yeah, they changed a lot of the other music tracks, and I'm not a huge fan. I think they were perfect as they were, and now it just kind of makes them a little worse. All the extra enemies is kind of helpful early on, but it's very detrimental later on. Like, I know that Monsoon is supposed to be difficult, but I kind of feel like it shouldn't be because there's swarms of enemies and there's too many to possibly kill. I'd rather have a few tough enemies than a million tough enemies, but slightly less tough than the other ones. Something annoying that happens a lot in this update is, well, not a lot, but a lot more than it used to. You can get, what do you call it? Elite Stone Golem Horde bosses on the 2nd level. So you can get, like, overloading stone golem, 3 overloading stone golems as the boss on the 2nd level, and you are not even near equipped to fight them because they can one-hit you basically, 1 possibly 2 hit you at that point, and you also they're dealing more damage than I'm comfortable with. You can also like, it takes a year to kill them, especially if they're overloaded, because stone golems are already tanks. But when they have even more health, and they have shield as half of that health, you have to avoid getting hit by them somehow, and still constantly deal damage so you can get them down. And if you've almost cracked their shield, or even if you have cracked their shield, and then you have to run away so you don't die, then you can get... they'll regen all, or almost all of their health right there, which is annoying. I really wish they'd fix that bug where if you use your secondary ability as a commando, the piercing phase round, sometimes it goes like upwards. Like it shoots upwards as opposed to straight forward. It's really weird. I don't know why it happens. It's usually happening when I'm trying to hit a crowd of enemies, but they're not, you know, they're not like, it's like I want to have the projectile pierce through all of them, but it just goes up and misses most of them instead, which is, it's very weird. Topaz Brute, yee. I always want to choose that over pretty much anything, including Tougher Times, because Tougher Times is unreliable, but Topaz Brute is just awesome. Although, to be honest, since the shield decays so quickly at lower levels, it's really not that useful until you get like 3 or 4 of them, honestly. I hate this music. I'm sorry, but I do. Like, it's grown on me slightly, only to the point where I can tolerate it, but I really don't like it. Like, ideally, I would like an option to switch between this music and the old music from older versions of the game, because honestly, this music is just not enjoyable. I don't want to have to constantly be turning my music off and on again, like turning it down and turning it back up just to be able to enjoy the music, you know? I don't want to have to play music manually either, so that's... Apple Games, please change that, because I love most of the Risk of Rain music, but these new bits are just not good. That was actually something I was worried about with Risk of Rain 2, is I was worried the music wouldn't be as good as the first game. And at first, it was just as good as the first game, but with these new bits, it's not as good. Wait, I've already been here? What? That's frustrating. Oh right, I forgot I have the wax quail. That's neat. I wish you could move around when you're using these geysers, but you can't. Look at all these enemies. That's a lot of enemies. Also, the Prion accumulator still hasn't been buffed. Still has a ridiculously slow recharge time. Like, there's no point in it being this powerful if it just misses the enemy every time, because recharge takes forever, and also, when you do use it, takes a few seconds to charge up, and then it moves slowly, so you're likely to actually miss the enemy. Oh no, oh no. He's gonna hit me with his bubble, isn't he? What? Okay, I guess I was far enough away that it didn't affect me. That's great. That thing can one-shot you. I've gotten one-shot by that attack so many times. Just overpowered. Wait, there's still items I missed? What? That's weird. I don't remember missing any items. I didn't see it. Oh, because I didn't go up the ramp. Right, okay, so let's see if I get those. Look at all these enemies! Usually end up with more money than you know what to do with later on in these levels. It's kind of nice, yeah, but having this many enemies really slows you down, and it's just not cool. I mean, it is monsoon difficulty, and it's still maybe slightly better than in Risk of Rain 1. I'm not entirely sure whether it's better or worse. But yeah, I would prefer that the game would lean towards spawning a few strong enemies as opposed to a million normal strength enemies. Less strong enemies. Because you can get attacked from all sides, you can take damage from all sides, which is annoying. So yeah, the barrier isn't really giving me that much health right now, just because it only gives like 20 per kill, and it decays fast enough that you don't really have, you can't really stack it up very high while till you get like 3 or 4 of the item. But given how powerful it can become once you hit that point, I think it's actually pretty balanced, honestly. Kind of like the sticky bombs, actually. There's another thing. Where was it? Ah, a drone. Those drones are so dang hard to see. Kind of annoying, honestly. What's our time looking at? What? No. Hang on. 48 minutes. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to stop recording now. We'll just go through the next teleporter as I do my outro. So that's the Scorched Acres update for Risk of Rain 2, as well as my thoughts on it. Basically, too long didn't watch. I don't like the new additions to the existing music tracks. The new music tracks that are completely unique in and of themselves I'm fine with. It's just I don't like the changes to the existing music tracks, the additions to those. I also don't like the new attack sounds for basically any of the classes, but specifically the Mercenary and the Commando. The new level is kind of laggy. I don't know if that's really something that can be fixed. Enemies are spawning way too much, and that's all I can think of right now. Oh yeah, Rex is way too slow. So that's my thoughts on the Scorched Acres update for Risk of Rain 2. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. And I will see you in the next video, hopefully. Have a good day. Bye-bye.